Welcome to Phil Wilson Chats with Celebrities. And here's your host, Phil Wilson.
Darkly atmospheric dream pop, says The Independent. A bold talent, says Clash. Beautifully produced, beautiful record, beautiful songs, says Sir Elton John. Who could be our guest this week? It is, of course, alternative pop visionary Gia Ford, who has released her highly anticipated debut album, Transparent Things, via Chrysalis Records. And Gia joins us now. How are you doing, Gia?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. It's just wonderful to speak to you. Last time I spoke to you was in February, and you just released Poolside, and things have really gone off with a bang since then. How has 2024 been for you with your career taking off to new heights?
It's been very, very busy, but a lot of fun, and really great to see the music go out there and see people's feedback on it, and see the shows growing and stuff incrementally. So it's been really good. Yeah, it's been great.
Because you have been very, very busy, and I have been following you there on the social media and such like. And you've been stateside as well, have you?
Not since we spoke. I recorded it in America, but not since February. That was early 2023 that I was in LA.
Wow, because a lot of your imagery and such like is it looks like all of your fashion and such like. I just imagine that you were over there getting it all done because it looks so magical.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. No, my girlfriend is my creative director, and she's amazing. She's brilliant at what she does. So yes, I can attribute that to her.
Yes, and she will get a mention a little bit later on, for sure. Now, what was it like getting an endorsement from Sir Elton John?
It was crazy. I can't quite believe it actually happened. And then he did it twice as well, so that was crazy. Yeah, it's amazing. And, I mean, he obviously has great taste.
Yes, of course he does.
But it's really great to see that he's so good to us young musicians, and hopefully I get to meet him soon. I think he mentioned that he might want to interview me on the last time he said it, so that would be amazing. Yeah.
Yes, because he has got his radio show, so you'll definitely have to have you as a guest on. I haven't heard the show myself, but I know a lot of people I've spoke to have been on his show, and it's quite good. And yeah. he really is into promoting, new talent.
Yeah, he's really brilliant for young artists. He's great. So yeah, that was unbelievable. I can't believe it happened.
I think maybe he's actually given people a bit of a leg up, as it were, because maybe he didn't have it at the time. So at least now he's able to say, I've been there, I've done it, and maybe give a bit of guidance as well as, promote yourself and others as well.
Exactly, yeah, and that's brilliant. I think if I was ever at that stage, then I would want to do the same thing, because there's so much music, that goes unheard, and yeah, he's great. He's great.
Yeah, because it's a massive landscape of lots and lots of music out there. So yes, it's nice to, be able to be represented by somebody of Elton's caliber. Now, I've read that you are open to composing a Bond theme. Who is your favourite Bond, and which song from the franchise is your favourite? I bet you weren't expecting that question straight off.
Actually wasn't. Who's my favourite one? I don't even know what they're all called. I mean, I'm not going to say...
Well, you've got Roger Moore, and you've got Sean Connery, and you've got Pierce Brosnan, and you've got, the list goes on.
I don't know, because Pierce Brosnan was the one that I first knew as Bond.
Daniel Craig, obviously, that one. Yes, I nearly forgot him. You
Craig,
wouldn't have liked that.
I don't like Daniel... Well, I don't not like Daniel Craig, but I think he's good at modern Bond, but I think the vintage one's a little bit more stylish.
Yes.
But I don't know. Maybe I'll just go with Pierce Brosnan, because he was the one that I saw on my grandparents' television quite a lot when I was a kid.
Maybe GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his first one, GoldenEye, I think.
Yeah, it was I need to. I was just thinking about this the other day because the 70s ones were so stylish. I need to go back and watch them. But yeah, and then my favorite song. Oh God, there's so much. They're all so good. Diamonds Are Forever is up there.
Yes, with Shirley.
Shirley, yeah, exactly. And then
would you have a bit of From Russia with Love there with a bit of Matt Monro?
I don't know if I know that one.
From Russia with Love.
Okay, yeah. No, that's not on
no. License to Kill. Gladys Knight.
I like the Madonna one a lot, Die Another Day as well.
Oh, yes.
Because I was a big fan of that era, that Madonna era. I thought that was really cool. And then one more, because I like them all.
Yes.
Skyfall, it might be obvious, but Skyfall was brilliant. I love Skyfall.
Yes, it is a good one, that one. And I like, I'll tell you another one that's quite good is Garbage, The World Is Not Enough.
You're not the first person to tell me to listen to this song, and I still haven't listened to it.
You have to, because it's definitely in your league, as it were, because it's like your kind of styling, which is a compliment.
I'm literally gonna. What's it called?
It's called "The World Is Not Enough" by Garbage.
Maybe I've already heard it. It's now that. Anyway, I'm going to add it, and then we'll see.
Fabulous. I'll not sing another song, otherwise the copyright people will be after us.
Right.
So there you go. But great suggestions there, Gia. I like that.
Thanks.
Now, also, would you actually perform and feature in the opening title sequence of a Bond movie if you were selected as the song?
No, I'm joking.
Would you?
Of course I would. I actually have wanted to. I mean, I think a lot of people say this. I think Billie Eilish said it when she got that Bond theme. She was like, "This is crazy," and I've always wanted to do this. I've loved so many of the songs that I just thought, and yeah, it's totally up my street. It would be like, yeah, no questions asked. I'd be there.
And would your feline friends feature with you? As I don't think there has been any cats featured in the Bond title sequence, but it's actually quite iconic because Blofeld, he's always got a cat on his lap there, a bit sinister. Because I have heard you've got a pair of cats.
I have got a pair of cats, and they'd be great in a Bond film because they're quite unusual looking. And cats are very slinky, aren't they? And they're quite under the radar. Yeah. I think they should be involved in the opening sequence, and I think you should write them a letter to suggest that this should happen.
Yes, definitely. Yes, I'll get it. I'll get the Broccolis on the phone right away.
Great. Thank you so much.
Fabulous. And what's your cat's names for listeners? Because listeners may not know that you've got two cats, and I thought I'd mention them because I've heard that you have.
Yes, one of them is called my oldest one. Sound like I'm talking about children, which I kind of am.
Yeah.
The oldest one is called Tofu, and he's 4, and the younger one is called Truffle, and he's 2.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
And
so
they are blood brothers.
Lovely. I bet they get on lovely as well.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. So yes, coming soon to a Bond film near you, we have Tofu and Truffle.
Yeah.
There you go then. Excellent stuff. Now, your stunning debut album, Transparent Things, has just hit the shelves. And the vinyl copy, by the way, if viewers can see it, with my green screen, you're kind of in and out there, Gia, there. But yes, I am holding up a vinyl record.
My vinyl doesn't have fireworks in the background.
Oh, right. Well,
it may look like that. It does not. But yeah, thank you for getting that. That's very nice of you.
Yes. It was a little gift off somebody, a little dicky bird that I spoke to. So there you go then. Thank you very much to them. So that'll be being featured on Phil Wilson's Vinyl Revival very, very soon. I know that for sure. Now, is the title of your album so called because you like to be transparent with your lyrics?
No. I don't like talking about myself really very much. So it's more about the characters' transparencies.
Yeah,
because they're often quite dark characters, and but they're being transparent in the songs with who they are and the darknesses that they possess. So that's one thing, but also that a lot of the characters are outcasts, and so there's a sense of them invisibility and alienation with the word transparent as well. So it comes two realms. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yes. Very interesting. Now, what was it like putting the album together? And did you have a say in the order of the tracks as they actually flow very well?
Yeah, we spent much too long on the track list. It was like ridiculous how many meetings we had about the track list. It was mainly me and my guitarist Connor Houston, who I work really closely with, and he had such a big hand in the making of the record. Obviously, he played guitar, he played bass on it as well, and yeah, so we spent a lot of time choosing that, and I think I'm really happy with what we went with in the end. It ended up being kind of like everybody had a say. So some people, like Jeremy from the label, he had a big say in it. So we kind of amalgamated all of our things into one, and
right.
But it worked, and I think it's kind of as good as we could have got it. But yes, thank you we did spend a lot of time on that, so thank you for recognizing that.
Yes, definitely. It's definitely been worth all of the effort because people who buy the album are listeners are going to absolutely lap it up. And it's got all sorts of different tones and melodies in there, which it'll be something for everyone. Now, your styling is amazing, and your album cover is one to be seen, which I've just shown there to people who are watching on YouTube. But listeners, there we can describe it, can't we? We can see it's like a maroon background, and it's got Gia in the corner there, and she's looking quite. She's definitely looking through you. So it's definitely something to get a hold of, that one. It's absolutely magical. I love the cover. Absolutely love it. So everyone got a copy of that right now at Gia Ford's website. Now, with your styling, do you have lots to do with your image or in your covers? Or does your long-term girlfriend Melanie Lemon have influence?
She's a huge influence. She kind of obviously, if I don't like something, I won't do it. But she kind of she's kind of behind all of it. But she's catering to how she knows that I like to dress, and that I have a lot of references as well, like old school style references, and just the stuff that I wear in my day to day. Anyway, I think she kind of likes to blow that up into something that's more palatable for something like just kind of what I would wear on stage, or what I like menswear and men's tailoring and stuff. And so when she's kind of putting my image together, which we do together, but she comes up with a lot of stuff and runs it by me. We use a lot of kind of vintage 50s, 60s, 70s references.
Yeah,
and that I think that kind of comes through on the cover. It's got quite a 60s energy. So yeah, we're very collaborative together. We kind of work in tandem with each other on it. But yeah.
And when you're making your videos as well, the very, very they must take a lot of time to put together, and especially with with all of the makeup and the lighting and everything, because it looks so it's like when you're watching one of your videos, it's like you're watching a movie. That's
very nice of you. That's kind of what we want, and I think with Melanie, she creatively directs everything. So even her own personal inspirations might find their way into the projects, and she's into the idea of starting to direct movies and write short films and stuff. And I think she started doing that really with directing music videos and kind of having a go at that. And so she's brilliant, and all of those things are kind of coming from her mind mostly. So yeah, that's good. And the best music videos are kind of like movies as well. So I'm really grateful for our partnership in that sense.
Yes, they do look absolutely fantastic. Now, featured on the album is your debut single, which was Poolside, and also features Paint Me Like a Woman, which shows your versatility. A track that certainly, going back to Bond, certainly has a Bond feel, with its power and drama is Our Mutual Friend. Now, I would definitely submit that one as a film-ready possibility. What do you think, yeah?
Yeah, that's a good. It is definitely the most cinematic song on the record. Yeah, it's got organ on it. It's got it's got big military drums. It's great. It's kind of it's about death, so it's meant to sound grand.
Right.
And, Tony, this is a nice little clip, but Tony, the producer, he told the drummer Rob to drum like he was drumming the world to ruin. So
right, wow.
The last song, just you're an actor. This is the last song. Just drum like it's the last thing that anyone's ever going to hear. And so it's got this. It's got such drama about it, and it is, to me, because it fades away at the end, goes back down to the root of the song, which is the guitar, and it just feels like a life ending, and it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. We cried a lot in the studio when we were recording it, because that guitar, when it kind of fades into the guitar, it just gets you. It just keeps getting you. And when we've been playing it on tour, and Connor's been crying again, and it's just great. It's just got that kind of quality where it kind of nips your heart, and so that could definitely be kind of a big ending or something on a Bond film for sure. Yeah.
It's got all of the ingredients in there, definitely. Yes, it's got a bit of a hint of David Arnold, the producer. So that's a good compliment there.
That is a great compliment, yeah.
There you go, then. So, but yes, watch out for that one on a Bond movie, hopefully soon there for Gia Ford. I can see it. I can see it happening. I can see it happening.
Let's will it.
We'll will it. Yes, Gia with the cats on the opening titles of the next Bond movie. Yes, we'll that today. Now, Love Shot is another stunning song with a great infectious riff. Is there a police radio towards the end, or was it a voice in my head?
That is not a police radio. It's just a radio station. That's very well heard. Well, no one said that to me yet.
Thank you very much. Yes. See, I pay attention to detail, Gia.
So it's not a police radio. It's just a I don't even know what it was. I think it was like Mexican radio or something. It was like Tony's a little thing, and he just sort of kept changing the channels, and we just I don't even know what. I thought maybe we should check what that is, just in case it's something really controversial. But no, it is. There is radio on it. That's nicely well done. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much. So yes, everyone, listen out for the radio. And
if anyone can translate it, I don't know. Yeah, if someone could tell me what it's saying, that would be cool. I don't know what
that's right. Yeah, I wonder if you put it in reverse like a Beatles record, and it's got a message,
like an ELO
Madonna.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, but that's another fantastic song. But I have to mention, that Falling in Love is a beautiful song, which some listeners will hold close to their hearts. Was it your idea to include this track on the album, as it is a great addition to the album?
Yeah, it is. It is sonically a bit unusual for the album, I think, because it's so stripped back. And but no, that's always been one that everybody's. It's quite an old song, actually. I think I wrote it in like 2019 or something.
Right.
And every time I've played it in all of its incarnations, people have really felt it, especially when I played it live. And people would say that it sounded like a cover of a classic song, like a loved song. Yes. And so everybody was in agreement that it should be on the record. But I'm really glad that it finally got to see the light of day. It's been around for a long time, and I think I was quite anxious about how we would treat that song.
Yeah.
because you could really make it into a big ballad. You could kind of, like all the drums coming in and it's got strings and whatever. But
Yes.
the way that we treated it was quite restricted, and the drummer was really amazing on there. He was really restrained with it, and then we added that bit on the end as well, where that's kind of supposed to be the ghost of the woman coming in and
yes,
having a little say, and yeah. So I'm really pleased with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I was listening to it before coming to speak to you today, I had to actually play it again. There's something when you listen to the album, there's certain tracks that you want to hear again, which means that it's magic.
That's very kind. You're just full of compliments.
I just love it. I absolutely do. I'm honest, because I'm a one that absolutely loves music, and I'll say if it's something that I believe in, I'll definitely tell people about it. So yeah, it does sound absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Now, your new single, Housewives Dreams of America, tells a story. What was your inspiration for that song that certainly will reflect some housewives still today?
Yeah. So it was just kind of meant to be about kind of an archetypal 1950s housewife who I wanted to imagine what it would be like to be forced into a way of life, but without even knowing that you're forced into a way of life.
Yes,
it's like
yes.
There's lots of movies like that. None of them are coming to my mind right now, but yeah, it's that old story about a woman struggling with her identity and maybe drinking too much or taking, there was lots of housewives that fell into drugs and stuff because they just were so unstimulated by life and unsure of who they were. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of explore that notion. And then it kind of also acts as like a general, like a metaphor for America and this American dream and that sort of thing. It's quite, it's a well-worn concept, but I just wanted to be in the shoes of the housewife, and in the middle eight she kind of comes out of it and she starts to see the light a little bit, but then she gets sucked back in, and it's just a little story,
That's vignette. Right. Yeah, I picked it up because she's looking out of the window there and she's dreaming of what she could be doing. And, I mean, a lot of people are within the four walls. And I think maybe that is something which is still going on today, which is unfortunate, but, like you say, in America, in some parts, maybe it's still the same where, the lady is the, the person at home, I should say, because obviously there's house husbands as well and things. Maybe the ones that are actually trapped in there and going, I don't want to be stuck in this like old-fashioned, way of living, as it were. Do you know what I mean? So I think
it does expand into like other things as well. I think it's just, I think I was drawn towards that particular theme is just because I think we all kind of do that to an extent of like, in other realms of
life in itself. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. But yes, the message there, I definitely picked that up. And yes, a lot of people will, be able to associate themselves with that and enjoy that song at the same time.
Thank you.
Now, you have you kicked off a headline tour for 2024, which started in Bristol at Crofters Rights. How's the tour been going?
Yeah, it's good. We've only had 2 shows and I've had a day off today in between and we've got London tomorrow.
Wow.
And the shows have been really great. I think the first one got changed, the venue. It was supposed to be Crofters and then they're not open anymore for some reason.
Oh.
I know, I'm not sure what's going on. I know it is, but we ended up playing a place called the Art Club, which is also unfortunately closing down, but
Oh no, that's the way the pubs are now.
I know, it's sad, but
in venues, I should say.
Venues, exactly. They're under. Yeah, it's very stressful. But anyway, it was a pleasure to be able to play there, and then and Brighton was great. Played Prince Albert, which I was well aware of from when I lived there. So that was, and they've been really good. I was nervous about who was going to, if anyone would show up, and
Yes,
I've never done a headline, so but people have been showing up, and it's been pretty consistent. And I've met some amazing people, and it's been lovely. And I can't wait to carry on. I've got about 6 shows left or something, so I'm really excited.
yes, they're going to be a massive success. Now, have the audiences been singing your songs with you?
Yeah, that's so. In Bristol, I was so nervous that no one would show up, and I was just really anxious. And then when I went out there was a good collection of people, and I was like, okay, great. And then when it got to Paint Me Like a Woman, I announced that I would sing that, and everyone got really into that, and loads of people, it felt like everyone was singing it. It was like, what? And
Amazing.
I've never had that experience before, so
I know.
That was really a full circle thing. I felt really I just smiled throughout the whole song. And it's funny because that song is about a serial killer, so it's not really,
wow, no, it's not.
I just couldn't contain it. I was so happy to see people sing along, and I had to keep reminding myself that it was my show and that people would come to see it. And it was amazing. I can't wait to get back out, to be honest, and keep doing it. So,
because there's an artist called Sadie Jean, who I spoke to months back, and when I saw a video of the audience singing along, I can see exactly how you would be feeling, because you just can't contain that smile and that, the feeling. It's like, wow,
It's crazy. I can't. And it's so new to me. Even seeing, sometimes I play gigs and there's a few people that know a few songs, and that is amazing. So, yeah, it's so nice.
Excellent. Well, you'll have more and more people coming along to your headline shows. I know that in 2025.
Thank you.
Now, are you having the festive period off? And do you have any plans for 2025 that you can tell us about?
I think I've got just a couple of things. I think I've got a support slot. I'm not sure exactly if that's fully verified yet, but
not there yet. Yeah,
something early December, and then that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna just sign off a bit. I think I'm gonna dive into writing now that the album is out. I can let it kind of take over a bit, and
of course,
yeah, and then just prepare for next year. Hopefully, more shows, more songs. Yeah. Very exciting.
Very exciting times ahead. Now, you're not going to believe this, that we've nearly run out of time. But please, can you remind us where we can follow you and find out about future tours and music releases?
Yes, so it's Gia _ Ford on most things, but if you type in Gia Ford, it'll just come up. And then my website is giaford.co.uk.
Right.
All the information is across all my social media channels, and everything gets updated with the same stuff, basically. So, so Instagram's good. All of those things are good. And then I'm on tour tomorrow. I'm playing London, and there's still tickets left. I don't know when this is going out, but yeah.
Well, we're going to put this out on Saturday, so we'll edit that out.
Okay. So that's, I don't know. Oh, I've got so I'm playing Manchester tomorrow. In that case, I'm playing Manchester tomorrow. There's still tickets left. And then there's a few more dates. Can't remember exactly where they are. But yeah, all that information is available on my Instagram, link in bio, website, all that.
Indeed. And Gia, are you the lady that I spoke to who actually has the website, which is one page?
No.
I
am not that lady.
You're not that lady. I spoke to a lady and she had one page, and I said, that's the way to do it. You don't have to update anything.
Well, that's a really good idea, to be honest.
Yeah, just one page.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, there you go then. At least I know that. I'm going on the list. Right, okay. Now, finally, would it be possible for you to introduce your latest single, Housewife Dreams of America, please? But first of all, can I just wish you a relaxing Christmas and all the best for 2025?
Thank you. You too. Thank you.